Chapter 85, guys. I am married with 2 children and have been with my husband for 13 years. Married for 10 years. I found out my husband was cheating on me when my son was 7 years old. Since we've been married, I've been faithful to him. When I found out he cheated on me, I lost it. I ended up jumping on a Bad Things app to look for some muli. To my surprise, I found a beautiful island girl looking to have some fun. Lesbian, okay? I ended up linking with her. During our playtime, she called her husband and told him to come around. He was stunning. He was a 6-foot buffed Samoan guy. He was on his break and had the security uniform on. Oh my God. I was nervous as the wife didn't give me a heads up. I'm nervous. I didn't do much with him. I just watched and it was amazing. Pardon? You watched? Fast forward to 2 months, I then linked up with both of them. That night, I told my hubby I was catching up with my bestie. I was wearing track pants and a hoodie. I had stashed all my clothes under the spare tire. When I got to the house, it was all on. She was getting flipped. I was getting flipped. I was flipping her. It was all wild. Before he finished, she just watched him and me for a good 10 minutes. After I did the bad things with both of them, I went back to my sleeping husband and kissed him on the lips. Up in a nasty girl. I then linked up with both of them another 2 times. By the way, she was a Feifei Al's daughter. What? No regrets. I have never in my life heard of a story that I want to try. Just kidding. Next one. Writing this from an anonymous page, but my girls would click who this is once they hear it. So, a few years ago, I was in a serious relationship with a PK. Let's call him Hobag. Pastor's kid, PK. And if you know, you know. Pastor's kids are the sneakiest types for real. Ain't that the damn truth? Anyways, we dated for a year and a half until I found out he was cheating on me. Not with 1 girl, but 2. How did I find out? Well, I lived with Hobag and his family. I started noticing his routine was changing. He would stay out late after work than usual, barely text me during the day, and at night, he would sleep with his phone under his pillow. Oh, that's a big red flag. I didn't confront him, but I did start investigating. One night when Hobag was asleep, I went through his phone but didn't find anything. I knew he deleted his messages. My gut was telling me that something was up though, so I decided to secretly share his location to my phone. Every day after that night, he was going to the same address after work, but would just text me saying he was elsewhere. I just knew it was another girl's house, because why else would he lie? The other girl I found out about, a friend told me about her because she saw them together, and after finding actual receipts, I left him and moved out. You know when you get your heart broken and you're emotional for a while, but then start going out, drinking, etc. to heal your pain? Yes, girl, I do. Yeah, that was me. I drank every weekend, didn't eat, and chain smoked like crazy. One weekend, I decided to go for a road trip out of town with one of my close girls. I needed a break away from reality, but also from Hobag, as he was still messaging me playing mind games. Being in another town, I felt happy because nobody knew me. I wanted to do whatever I wanted, and that's what my girl and I did. We went to the famous R Club in the South Side, 09. If you know, you know. Is it Club Royals? And that is where I met another guy. Let's call him Fresh. Fresh and I hit it off really well. I went home with him after the clubs and we'd done the bad things. 5 rounds deep, I folded from being folded. We exchanged numbers, and when I went back to my hometown after that weekend, he would text me every day and video call at night to sleep on the phone. Pretty much every weekend or 2, I would make the trip back up to see Fresh. This happened for a few months. Also during these couple of months, Hobag wanted to fix us. He could see I was doing much better, so of course his insecure ass couldn't handle me being with anyone else other than him. What do? I agreed to fix the relationship with Hobag, but still continued talking to Fresh. I had no good intentions and wanted to get back at Hobag for putting me through shit. The attempt to fix a relationship didn't even last long because Hobag had a feeling I was playing up. Did I care? No. Fresh, on the other hand, was eventually the same as Hobag. I found out he was in a whole ass relationship. How did I find out? His girlfriend had a feeling Fresh was sneaking around, so she checked all his social accounts, even logged into his email address, and that's where she found our photos he took of one of the weekends I visited him when we'd done the bad things. Oh shit. She messaged me a long ass paragraph pretty much saying to leave him alone, otherwise she'll expose me and post our photos on Facebook. I didn't take this threat lightly because 1, I told her I didn't know about her, and 2, she was acting like it was all my fault but forgave Fresh. Mind you, I'm back in my hometown, so obviously when Fresh heard about his missus messaging me, he called me straight away to apologize, but acted like she was a crazy ex that wouldn't leave him alone. I knew he was all shit, so I decided to get back at him and do the bad things with Hobag. Girl. Both Hobag and Fresh didn't know about each other. This was a continuous toxic cycle of back and forth with Hobag and Fresh for about 3 months, until I got snapped. I was with Fresh for the weekend and we were staying in a hotel. He was broken up with his crazy ex for real by this time, but I still didn't trust him. I woke up that Saturday morning because I could hear my phone vibrating due to getting a phone call. I was still half asleep when all of a sudden, Fresh raises his voice asking who the fuck this is. Fresh was holding my phone showing me the name on the screen. It was Hobag calling. Luckily, Hobag hung up when he did because Fresh was about to answer the phone. We argued for an hour, he ended things that day and I travelled back home. Fresh didn't speak to me for a week. I cut ties with Hobag because I genuinely felt sad about Fresh not contacting me. When I did hear from Fresh, he apologized for ghosting me and said he just couldn't do it. His feelings were too strong to let me go, and during the week we didn't speak, he wrote a song about me. Sorry, a what? He wrote a song about me. Okay. We were doing long distance for a while until I just couldn't handle his controlling ways. He would stay on video call literally 24/7, and if I was with my family, he would tell me to go home because I didn't ask for his permission to leave the house. What in the fear, guy? It got too much. I tried to end things, but he wouldn't leave me alone. So one day I went MIA from Fresh, met up with Hobag, done the bad things, got him to give me a hickey and went home. Oh my God. Fresh saw the hickey on video call that night and didn't like how I ghosted him that day, so he blocked me on everything. We never spoke again. A couple of weeks later, I find out I was pregnant to Hobag. Of course, I let him know, but he didn't want it. I don't believe in abortion, so my mind was set and ready to be a solo mum. Until the 2nd month of my pregnancy, I miscarried. It was the worst time of my life. Hobag was doing him, being a Hobag, and didn't comfort me at all during this time. I was so depressed for months and took this as a sign to turn my life around. Fast forward to now, I'm currently in a happy relationship with my partner and father to my kids. He knows everything about my past and still loves me for me. Every time he hears Fresh's songs, he rolls his eyes. Here's his songs. Is he famous? Oh, I forgot. Fresh is a well-known singer. Here's a hint. Howdy. Oh, shit.